This podcast is brought to you by the BSE Investors Protection Fund. It's part of the World Investor Week being celebrated by SEBI in India during October 14th to 20th, 2024. Who doesn't like stock tips? The prospect of making a quick buck by purchasing a recommended stock that is in the thick of things is a dream for many investors. It's quite possible that the approach has worked for some of you, especially in the recent bull market. But for some, it has been nothing short of a nightmare, especially those who have subscribed to fraudulent Telegram channels, WhatsApp groups, and other similar platforms. We are about to discuss the pros and cons of tip based investing and trading and much more in today's episode, which is part of BSE Investor Week special podcast. I am Nishant Vasudevan, the markets editor of the Economic Times, and your host for this episode. Joining me today are two senior market participants to discuss the subject. Let me welcome BSE's Chief Regulatory Officer Kamala Kantaraj and Vijay Kedia, an investor whose stock tips are watched closely by many in the market. First up, Kamala. Thank you for being a part of the show, Kamala.
Thank you, Nishant, for having me on this show.
First question is obviously, the structure of the stock market, be it technology, investor participation. All these things have actually seen a sea change in the past decade. Now, keeping that in mind, how has the nature of fraud in the stock market involving individual investors changed in recent years, keeping in mind the digitization, compared to almost a decade ago?
See, as you said, last 2 decades, a lot of transformations have taken place. So, the nature of frauds earlier used to be associated with your physical delivery of securities, forgery, fraud, etc. After DMAT coming into existence, fraudulent activities relating to physical share certificates faded away. And now that we are talking digital, no, you must have seen that a lot of investors are getting lured through various means on the social media, and investors are struggling to figure out what is a genuine marketing initiative versus what is fraudulent. I think more and more complaints of investors getting lured through social media and they joining some WhatsApp group, getting influenced by these influencers who are not authorized to perform that role, is all over in marketplace.
Right. Absolutely. So we actually have seen come across various instances where Telegram channels and WhatsApp groups, which claim to be owned by large brokers, even well-known investors, they kind of give stock tips mainly on these penny stocks to their subscribers. Now, in your experience, how widespread is the problem?
See, if I look at a number as a pure statistics, it is not that significant because volumes in our marketplace are so high that number of investors getting impacted is always on an absolute number terms insignificant. But we think that it is an issue which is surfacing, it is growing at a faster pace, and we need to empower and educate our investors on how they should be cautious in looking at information that is being supplied to them through the social media.
Now, ma'am, the fact is that most investors love stock tips. Now, but in your experience, which are the category of investors or individuals who kind of chase these stock tips the most? Have you come across any bizarre instance of fraud involving all these stock tips?
So, I want to share on this occasion. I think celebrities and including our own BSE MDs, AI based videos were in circulation where he was supposedly he was giving tips on what stocks to buy. Whereas stock exchanges are a frontline regulator. None of the officials are empowered to give any kind of tip. They don't even talk on the direction of the market, forget about giving tips. When we noticed this, what we did was we did issue cautionary notice to all investors. We filed an FIR with the police also. And in one other case, I'm aware, in a case of another MII, they also went to the court and asked for withdrawal of this video. So a lot of steps are being taken.
Are there any instances where which you can talk about where celebrities or their AI images have been used to kind of to peddle fraud, peddle tips, stock tips as such?
Sir, basically, it will not be right on my part to name any celebrity. But if you go, I also surf the social media. And who is who of the corporate world, who is who of the entertainment world, are all getting used.
So, in your experience, how challenging is it to nail these wrongdoers or the people who indulge in fraud?
So, two approaches are there. Firstly, you must have been tracking. Investment advisors and research analysts are now being increasingly regulated. So, all the BSE, is in charge of supervising IAs and RAs, as we call them. So, there is a framework for monitoring them. All the valid advisors and research analysts, information is available on the website of the exchange. So, somebody can validate, is he an authorized person or not an authorized person? That is something that is available. And secondly, whenever we come across a complaint, then we drill it down to the last mile, investigate to the last mile, look into bank accounts, look into demat accounts to figure out what all activities are taking place. And we have been able to, you must have seen recent orders of SEBI where they have nailed down and passed order against people who were indulging in such activities. So as we are also applying newer kind of technology and tools, we will only be intensifying our investigation even further, and we proactively monitor whatever is the ads and lurements that are happening through social media. But it's only a journey, you see. How much ever we want to make it zero, but it's a good dream. But our journey is definitely on to reach to the zero goal.
Great. Thank you once again, Kamla, for being a part of the show.
Thank you, Nishan. Thank you.
Now on to Vijay Kedia. Thank you for joining in, Vijay.
Thank you. Thank you, Nishant.
So the first question, since the episode is on tip-based trading, so I must ask you that, have you ever traded ever in your long career? Have you traded on random stock tips without actually doing any homework on the tip that you have received? What has been your experience there?
So I'll tell you, very early in my career, in initial days only, I had realized one thing, that if you want to die in this market, if you want to leave this market, then you work on tips. In the very beginning only, I had started telling all these things to my friends. कि मेरे को बिरला जी, उस समय बिरला जी का नाम बड़ा चलता था मार्केट में, बिकॉज बिरला के all the shares were listed from the groups and all, हिंदुस्तान मोटर and all those things and all. So I used to tell them कि बस बिरला जी भी मेरे को आके बोले तो भी मैं ये काम नहीं करूँगा. This was like my, जिसको बोलते हैं हिंदी में तकिया कलाम. So it was very much decided that I'm never going to work on tips.
Right. That's a very interesting thing, because we all get stock tips in our lives. Some people say that there is nothing like a good or a bad tip. But when you as an investor, somebody who has a very strong track record, when you get such tips, do you take it in 1 year and then let go of the other, or do you actually assess them? Just to kind of build on that, how much of weightage do you give to who has given you the tip?
I will give you one example. Once it happened that a friend of mine, a very dear friend of mine, he gave me one tip. Okay. In the name of the tip, he just gave me one name. Ki I like this company and I am dealing with this company, or his friends are also dealing with this company. So this is a good company. You should buy this, or you should look, or whatever it is. I just heard the name and I just forgot it. So again, after 6 months, he told me, I had told you these shares and I think you haven't bought. You please look at this company. Then I thoroughly researched that company. It took me 3 days or 4 days, all the background, everything, and the fundamental and the future and all I researched. And then I bought 5% of that company. And that ultimately that company went up more than 100 times. The person who gave me this tip or this advice, I will tell you, had not told me that you have to buy 100 shares or 1,000 shares, 1 crore shares and all. So it is all my discussion. All the, then profit is yours, loss is yours, how many years you are going to hold, patience is yours, courage is yours. So I won't tell this thing. It's a tip. So, of course, this is what has happened in my life. Now, also, every day we get such names, in our circle and all. So, but I don't work on tips.
Normally, when you, let's be it a tip or an advice, or let's say that you kind of, here you come across something. What is the time frame that you normally have? What is the process that you follow between you actually, coming across that particular idea and you actually finally investing in that particular company?
If it's an old company, then it might take 2 days or 3 days or 5 days and all. And if it's a new company, then usually I don't invest in new company. As I have always said that I don't invest until a company is 15, 20 years old, because that fits into my SMILE formula and all. So otherwise I ignore.
In fact, so that is what, last month you bought a small stake in VIP Industries, and soon after that you kind of put out a caveat on the social media, basically, a small warning that what prompted you to put out? Because normally people don't say that, listen, just kind of, take it easy, don't kind of just rush into it. What prompted you to kind of come out with something like that?
Like, because nowadays I'm realizing that people are following me, okay? So I don't want them to, to see that they shouldn't get trapped in this market. Maybe I am buying for different reason. Maybe it is just 1% of my portfolio, 2% of my portfolio. And when I am not very much 100% convinced about the stock which I have bought in the market, I may sell the stock maybe after 2 days, or maybe next day, or maybe the same day, or maybe after 2 months or 3 months. Maybe I am waiting for some news to break. And suppose that news does not come out, I will sell my shares. Maybe it is some event based, or maybe it is some information based and all. So I don't want people to get stuck into this market, and I don't want to get that what later on they will say ki are usne bola main to mar gaya. So I want all these small and investors and new investors. I just don't want to misguide them. So
right. I mean, talking about this misguiding part of it, there are so many fraudulent Telegram channels, WhatsApp groups using names of prominent investors. They have kind of mushroomed in the past many months or years. In fact, there is one with your name also in it. Have you faced any problems related to it? Do you have any anecdote or any experience to share around this such episodes?
a lot of there was at one point of time, I think there was 15 accounts on Telegram in my name with my picture and all, and I will tell you, it is surprising that one of my relative actually, and she lost 25 lakh rupees on Telegram. You know, yeah. So somebody, and she's relative to me. So somebody approached her, and she thought that maybe that I am that guy and all, and she gave her 25 lakhs rupees. Just imagine, you know. So, and later on, when she gave the money to the guy on Telegram, then she is calling me and she's asking me, ki, is it you? No, I've sent the money. Then I said, what money? Which money? भाई अरे कौन सा क्या बात कर रहा है, तुम मरवाएगा मेरे को. बोले अरे you had been talking to me for so many days, this and that, and you showed me this, you showed me that. I thought it is you only, this and that. तो मैं बोला मर गया भैया. मैं उसको बोला इमीडिएटली स्टॉप द, अभी तुरंत ट्रांसफर किया है, स्टॉप द अकाउंट, डू वॉट एवर यू कैन डू. So she tried, but ultimately the money had gone from her bank to some city bank or some other bank and all, and she couldn't recover that money. So then it was a liability on me. She told me, because of you, I've lost the money. Now it is your duty to cover it up, to recover the money and all. So this is what happened. As you say, दिया तले अंधेरा. मेरे घर में ही मेरा रिलेटिव है, मेरे घर में ही ये ऐसा हो गया. After that, I was really very cautious. Then I filed some complaint in cyber crime and all. I hired one what you call advocate also, and gave money, and they knocked down, I think, 12 or 13 or 15 of the Telegram account and all. So on Facebook also there are so many accounts in my name, and people tell me ki I got your friend's request, so nice of you, this and that. So even yesterday also somebody was telling me ki today people are wishing me happy birthday. Let me tell you, Nishant, you can also wish me. today is not my birthday. Today is not my birthday. So maybe some fictitious account on somewhere in Facebook and उसने डाल दिया होगा. So now people are wishing me happy birthday. So this is what is happening. I did my duty. You know, I just posted on my Twitter also. Bhaiya, I do not sell any courses. I am not a broker, not a consultant, not a portfolio manager. I don't give advice with money, without money. So please don't listen to all these things. But I think these things are very common nowadays on social media. You know, so one has to be careful. So as I always say कि यात्रीगण अपने सामान की रक्षा खुद करें.
Absolutely. And the worst part of it is that the blame, when the blame happens, it actually entirely falls on you.
I'll tell you, I have written some acronym for tips. So T stands for thoughtless. Okay. And I stand for instinctive gambling. Okay. And P stands for poor vision. Okay. And S stands for success rate is 0. So ultimately, because you don't have any vision in life, you are working on tips. So that's a gambling kind of nature. You are gambling in this market and all. So ultimately, you are going to lose your money sooner or later. May not be in a bull market, but when market will turn, down, and that time you will, whatever money you have made on your tips, you will lose.
So, Vijay bhai, before we wind up this episode, our listeners would want to hear, one solid tip on investing. What is your advice to, many of them who are holding cash, especially waiting for a correction? Everybody is waiting for a correction. Everybody is holding cash, but the correction seems to be elusive. Would you like to share some advice with them, either in the form of a normal advice or in the form of a song?
Like, coming to your point, I remember one song that was written by me कि सोच कर समझ कर इन्वेस्ट कर रूमर पे टिप्पे न टाइम वेस्ट कर नॉलेज और पेशेंस का बिजनेस है ये अनुभव से सीख और बेस्ट कर. So this is the total conclusion of this market. And coming to now your point, I think if you are expecting this market to correct, I'll tell you, Nishant, I had understood one thing. After 2003 and 4, and this I have said on various channels also, some structural change has happened in the economy in Indian economy, and same thing is reflected into the into stock market. Nowadays, bull markets are longer and bear markets are very short. You see the bear market of 2008, gold, that Lehman Brothers crisis and all that, also bear market lasted. The crash which happened in the market lasted only for 9 months only. And let me tell you again, this market is correcting. We are just looking at the index. I always tell people that don't look at the index. Now index is rising, but there are many stocks which is after going up 10 times or 5 times or 3 times are correcting, have already corrected 20%, 30%, even PSUs, defense and railways. And there are many stocks which are down 30, 40% from their top. So there is a correction in this market. I don't mind if this market corrects, because I believe that even if this correction comes, it will not last for a long time. And again, then market will become strong and a new bull run will start. And the biggest money in this market has been made by the people who has a thought process of holding their shares even the crisis and waited for 5 years or 10 years. Then only wealth has been created in this market.
Great. So that was a strong piece of advice from you. With this, we conclude this episode. Thank you once again, Vijay bhai, for being part of the show.
Thank you, dear.
That wraps up our episode. From this, it's quite clear that investing or trading based on tips without doing your homework is not a healthy practice. In fact, there is a strong chance that it could backfire. I hope our listeners have gained a lot of insight from our guests. Thank you once again, Kamala and Vijay, for joining us for this conversation, and a big thanks to our listeners for tuning in. This episode was produced by Vinay Joshi and Surohini Jain, and the sound designed by Amrit Reji and Rajas Nayak. This is your host, Nishant Vasudevan, signing off. Have a great weekend.